Hi, this is Allie from MobileMonkey, and I'm going to do a brief overview of all the tools for building your bot in the left sidebar over here. So something to note is that each of these tools have individual help docs if you want to learn about them individually, so this is just a brief overview. So if there's any that you're a little bit confused on, feel free to look them up in our help docs. They're fully searchable, and you should be able to find the answers you're looking for. So the first thing under our bot builder here is pages, and pages are the building blocks of your bot. So you're going to use pages to add content to your bot and direct the conversation. You do that with the widgets over here. As you can see in here, I have my welcome page, which is the first page that the user sees. And then from there, it directs my conversation out. So you're going to be building your bot within all of these pages. Next, we have the Q&A, which is basically trigger words. So if I want someone to be directed to my welcome page every time they say start over, then I would just create a Q&A that says start over right here and direct them to the welcome page. And you can use either text or page for what you want to say to the person. And this is just to add more content to your bot to make it more reactive and make it so your default page is firing off less. And next we have lead magnets. So under the lead magnets we have first landing pages. And landing pages essentially act as a buffer between a link and your bot. So if you give someone a link to your bot, it's going to bring them first to a landing page that will kind of explain to them with whatever content you put in that they're about to enter Facebook Messenger, and you can say like the benefits of doing that or what content they might receive from your bot. It's basically just to make people feel more comfortable because it's opening up a page rather than directly into Messenger. Scan codes are QR codes, so a lot of you probably know what these are. It's basically just someone can use Facebook Messenger app to scan into your bot by holding their camera over your scan code. And then we have HTML elements, so there's actually 4 different kinds. The first one is the customer chat widget, which is how you put the bot on your website. The second one is link to Messenger, and that basically just generates a very simple link to your bot. The third one is the checkbox plugin, so you're going to use that in your forms on your website or wherever to get people to opt into your bot's messages. And the last one is send to Messenger plugin, and that's going to create a button on your website or wherever you install the code that will bring people into your bot. And next we have Facebook Comment Guard. So you can use Comment Guard to have your bot automatically send a message to anyone who comments on either one of your posts, boosted posts, or advertisements that you're running on Facebook. So basically you would just go in here, name it. You could create a catch-all which would do all of your posts or just one. And anytime that anybody comments on that specific post, or if you have a catch-all on any post or ad, it's going to send them a message. Next we have Messenger ads. So if you run Facebook ads and you want to make them a Messenger ad, meaning you want to have a big send message button on that ad, you would use the code that's given to you in here, and you would install that within your ad manager on Facebook. And when someone clicks on that, your bot would automatically send them a message. So again, that's all the lead magnets, which are just ways to get more contacts into your bot, which is really important before you get into the marketing automation, because in order for the marketing automation to be effective, you need to have contacts. The first marketing automation tool we have is the Chat Blaster. This one's pretty straightforward. It's basically like sending an email blast. So when you create it, you have to mark it as promotional or non-promotional. Most of them are probably going to be promotional, and you send a page from your bot to a certain audience. Drip campaigns are kind of similar, but they're actually sequentially timed messages. Again, you have to mark it as promotional or non-promotional. So after somebody joins a certain audience, like for example, if you have an audience of people who end up on your ad landing page, you could start a drip campaign for them there, meaning like after they see your ad and click on your send message on that ad and end up in your bot is going to capture them into an audience if you create one. And from there, you can have like an hour later send a reminder message, and maybe a day after that send another one. The next tool we have right here is the RSS Blaster, which is basically for sending out feeds like blogs. So if you have a blog and you want people to get automatic updates every single time you put up a new blog post or any changes made to that feed, you're going to use the RSS Blaster. So you just go ahead and you put in the feed, and you can change the text for what it says, but it's basically going to send to anyone who you who is added to your opted-in audience, which you're going to have to create separately. And our last marketing automation is connections. So connections can be used to automatically send or pull data to or from your bot. So if you had a certain CRM you were using and you wanted your contacts to be automatically sent to it, you could use the connections tool for that. The connections tool is run through a webhook, so you're going to want to use a platform like Zapier or something like that in order to make those connections. And next we have audience insights. So the first one would be contacts. Basically that's just every person who's talked to your bot. And within your contacts tab you can see all the information you've gathered on each contact, like attributes over here. You can see when they were last active, their time zone, and any other data that you've collected through attributes. Audiences is basically just segmenting your contacts. So I can segment them however I want, just based on filters using my attributes like first name equals Allie. That would be me. Forms, this is just a collection of all your forms within your bot. So using the form widget, we'll create one of these items right here. In here you can track the impressions, how many were converted, conversion rate, created date, basically just all of your forms right in here. Bot Analytics tracks a couple different things. It tracks your new contacts, total contacts, conversions, stuff like that. And last but not least, we have our settings. And in your settings, you can control things like the bot name, the status, whether it's active or not, the settings for the response, whether it uses a default page or something like that. And so basically that is everything in your left sidebar. And again, you can go check out those individual help docs if you want to learn more about each one of those. So I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.